We are profiling the people who make these areas tick to explore the possible changes coming over the next 10 years. It's called Michiana 2027. And as we look into the future, we have to re-examine the past. ABC 57 has a team of reporters on this special coverage. Kaylee Bourgeois is looking at what's in store for St. Joseph County, but we start with ABC 57's Deanna Gutierrez. She's live in Elkhart at a place that archives the city's past, acknowledges the present, and hopes for the future.
Well, Colleen and Brian, this is Time Was Museum, a great place to come and learn about Elkhart's progression. Now, the city has obviously changed over the years. Take a look at this picture here. This is Main Street in 1914, completely different than what we're used to seeing driving down that main street nowadays. And if all goes as planned, many and many more changes are on the way. Elkhart, Indiana, the RV capital of the world and the city with the heart which began beating more than a century ago. But it wasn't always known for that. In the 1830s, boats used to be the economic driver.
Beardsley laid out Elkhart, and it was from Washington Street to Lexington Street, what in those days was called Pigeon Street. We were a river town for many years.
Elkhart used the St. Joseph River to import and export goods. 94-year-old Paul Thomas is Elkhart's official historian.
So I decided to open up the Time Was Museum at the request of my wife, because she didn't want me home for lunch and on Saturday.
A lifelong resident, he's seen his share of change.
High school, which is torn down, attended Trinity Methodist Church, which is torn down. So everything's been torn down but me.
And welcomes others into this gateway into the past. So if you were to look out this window many years ago, how would Elkhart look?
As you looked out this window in the early 1900s, as you can see, all these buildings were right up here.
Cities often reinvent themselves and the storylines change, sometimes even when it's not expected.
Elkhart is a very unusual town. Like when we had a downturn in the economy, Elkhart's one of the first towns to go in the tank, but they're also the first ones to come out. We don't give up. Elkhart just doesn't give up.
And that sense of perseverance is what Mayor Tim Neese is banking on.
It's a competitive community. We're very diverse. That makes us, I think, unique, and it's a community that is less concerned about finding fault, but finding improvement and then making what we know is good even better.
And by even better, perhaps that means further diversifying the city's big businesses.
I've had one conversation with an individual about having a sports facility that would be here in Elkhart and about a $10 million investment. I'd like to contact then the National Basketball Association on having a D-League or a developmental league. It's kind of a farm system. I know we could not support a major sports franchise, but I think we probably could, maybe on a minor level.
It's big ideas like that that could help set Elkhart apart.
I want us to be the most competitive city in the state. I want Elkhart to be the location that is the priority where they come, because this is the pinnacle.
While it could take decades to pin down a sports franchise, luring in other companies could happen much more quickly.
I spoke with two potential businesses just this week that potentially could create a lot of jobs. And when you do that, I think sometimes people lose sight of the fact that a business not only is a full-time job for an employee, but a new business or renovating an existing structure means construction jobs.
The mayor didn't want to reveal too much about the potential deals, but admits he'll also need to help entice employees to the city. Right now, Elkhart's unemployment rate stands at 3%. There are so many open jobs, many can't be filled.
I think right now we're roughly 20,000 employees short in the county in terms of wanting to have businesses at full capacity, just simply because we have a shortage of people.
According to the U.S. Census, it's estimated that about 52,220 people live in the city. That's about 580 people fewer than a decade ago. So in the future, Elkhart may be filled with hundreds who are transplants.
I mean, every town tries to have something to bring the people in. So things are just happening.
Paul says the city is continuously evolving. He's seen it working toward a stronger and longer heartbeat.
Right at the present time, it's so vibrant. I think you're going to see a big change in the city of Elkhart.
And those changes are already visible. The mayor says that the county has placed multiple billboards all across the county just to make sure that those people are aware of the jobs that are available here in Elkhart County. And he also mentioned that apartment complexes are also being built to have those people stay here. And throughout this whole series of Michiana 2027, we'll be taking a closer look at those new developments and all the people that are affected by them. For now, I'm live in Time Was Museum. Diana Gutierrez, ABC 57 News.